Hi everyone and welcome to this OHANA Pilates Beginner's Core Workout. Usually on this channel you're finding a lot of yoga and acro input, and today I want to do something different with you since I'm also a Pilates teacher, so I thought I'd introduce you to the basics. Pilates is based on principles as a foundation such as breathing and alignment, focus, core tension, and control of your body. Ultimately, the goal of Pilates is to balance your body from what else you're doing all day. And since working on your core strength is always a good thing to do, I thought we'd start with this one. All you have to do is follow along as I'm guiding you through. There's only one single prop required, and that's something that gives you enough padding to lie down on. Can be a mat, carpet, or blanket. We're gonna begin standing on our mat. Breathe deeply. Place your hands on your belly and try to imagine as if your breath could go down to your pelvic floor. You can feel how your belly is expanding as you're breathing in and flattening as you're breathing out. Then move your hands up to your rib cage and feel your ribs expanding as you're breathing in and flattening as you're breathing out. This time imagine all the air you're breathing in accumulating on the back end of your lungs, on the back side of your rib cage. You're doing very well so far. Now there's only one more thing to do to complete our Pilates breathing technique, and that is closing our ribs. You might want to picture little cotton battings between your ribs and on your sternum, and now you want to keep all those cotton battings where they are. Can you feel the fluffy cotton battings? Our goal is to breathe very calmly and deeply whilst actively pulling in all of our core muscles. A very good indicator whether you're doing it right is your belly. When it's lifting, you're breathing into your belly, and when you're maintaining your core tension, your belly's not moving. But the most important thing to remember about this is don't get too wound up about it. Just do the best way you can, and it's gonna be more than fair enough. Let's focus on our posture. If you're normally slouching a lot, the idea is to grow and straighten your spine. Bring your shoulders back and down, away from your ears. Keep breathing to the back side of your lungs and straighten your sacrum to the floor. All the time, keep your ribs still closed. Oh, this should feel good. Can you feel it? And for those of you who are usually arching their back a little too much, imagine that you had an actual tail on your tailbone, and instead of trying to hold your tail up, you're trying to pull it in so that it's laying flat on the ground between your legs. Now the lower end of your spine is already straight and pointing to the floor, and all we need is to pull in our tummy as well as our chest, close our rib cage, keep our shoulders down, and straighten our head into the sky. Keep that pelvis tilted back as you're growing with every breath. We've already learned the correct breathing, we've activated our core, and we've learned the correct alignment for Pilates. Let's try to maintain those three things as a foundation for the rest of our workout today. And our first real exercise for today is going to be circling one foot at a time without losing our breathing, our core strength, or alignment. Doing this really well. Now let's draw circles with our knees. Maybe you can feel the exercise is getting more difficult as our motions are slowly growing bigger. And that's just perfectly normal. It's of course way harder isolating an entire leg from the rest of the body than just a foot. Now let's freeze our posture and circle around the soles of our feet. You're doing super duper great. Now we're going to check whether we can isolate our upper body. Let's start circling our shoulders. And if that's too easy, switch direction and add the elbows. And if you're still looking for a greater challenge, go for straight arms. And if it's still not challenging enough, circle both arms in opposite directions. Wonderful. If you're still with me at this point, you're ready to melt down to the floor. You just curl down like a little flower. And take a deep breath, then bend your knees and sit down. Straighten your back, grab your knee pits, tilt your pelvis back, and then roll down each vertebra till you're in a lying position. We're going to try to straighten out our back as flat as the mat. There is tension in your legs, your feet are pushing into the floor, your sacrum is pointing straight to the wall, your pelvis is flat on the mat, your belly, stomach, and shoulders are pushing into the ground, and finally your ribs are closing. You can lift your arms to the ceiling to make sure that your shoulder blades are in the correct position. This core tension that you're feeling here is gonna be the foundation for our next exercise. Lift your head, and as you exhale, roll up from your shoulder by contracting your abs. And if this feels rather easy for you, you can add a little challenge by lifting up your arms. Just make sure that you're pulling your shoulders down and back and the hands are pushing forth. There's no need to roll all the way back down as you inhale. Rather focus on rolling up as you exhale. And let's go together for another 6. And only 5 left to go. 4. And only 3 more. 2. And 1. Hold it up if you like. If you've got enough, you can roll back down and relax for a second. And if you want more, you can stay up and start moving your arms slightly up and down. And again, the idea is to maintain the core tension we have and isolate the arms. Very well, let's take a break. Stretch out your arms over your head and let's draw a few circles. Try to maintain the breathing, posture, and core tension to the best that you can. But if it doesn't feel comfortable anymore, let it go and relax for a second. And after finishing this last circle, we're gonna rebuild our 3 basics. Keep breathing deeply into the back side of your lungs without moving your belly or chest. Pull all of your core muscles in and into the mat. And now we're going to consciously activate all of our lower abs and hip flexor muscles until our legs are lifting off the ground. That's right. And now we're going to add our upper body as well. Lift off your head and start rolling up from your shoulders and hold it there as your legs keep moving up and down. This way we're increasing our upper body static strength and at the same time we're training our lower body's dynamic strength. That's amazing. You're doing it exactly right. Now if you'd like, you can also extend your legs and straighten your knees and move the extended legs up and down. This way you're getting a higher impact on your hip flexor muscles and you're also including your leg muscles. Make sure that your legs are turned out and your heels squeezed together. If you're new to this exercise, it can happen that you're losing your core strength or your lower back is lifting off the mat. Don't worry, simply take a break, rebuild your 3 basics, and then start the exercise again with the bent legs. It is always okay to take it one step back. In fact, it is very well possible to get a higher impact on all those core muscles involved in the bent leg version than with the straight legs by simply straining more and contracting the muscles that are involved in the exercise harder than before. So it is in fact a smart thing to push the easier version to the max and then proceed to the extended legs, because now you only have to focus on the leg part. Okay, now we're just gonna do one more rep, and then we're gonna keep our legs all straight and up. And we're gonna take a break, and while we're taking a break, we're gonna work our legs and our feet. And it goes flex and toes, and point, and toes, and flex, and toes, and point, and toes, and flex, toes, point, toes, flex, toes, point, and toes, and flex, and toes, and point, and toes, and flex. Very well. Let's take a break. Maybe you want to loosen out a little, relax your neck for a bit. And as we're lying here, we're going to breathe deeply. Make sure that our torso isn't moving as we breathe and our spine is all straight and nice. Breathe in and lift your arms to your ears. Tilt your pelvis back and pull in all of your hip flexor muscles until your legs are lifting off. And from here, we want to try and reach our knee with the opposite elbow or shoulder if you can. You can keep the other leg bent or straighten it and lower it to the floor. Let's breathe in neutral and breathe out into the exercise. Breathe in neutral and breathe out as you're contracting. And the whole time we're doing this, we want to try and pull all of our core muscles in. Try to focus on every inch of your body. Is your entire body working together to make this exercise work? But most of all, I want you to go easy on yourself. Remembering one of those things at a time is going to create good habits over time. If all of this seems a bit much, pick one thing. Let's say you're starting with a core tension, and every now and then, when it comes to your mind, remember your core tension throughout this class. Let's get back into the exercise. We're going to do 5 together. 5. And breathe in. Other leg. Breathe in. And only 4 to go. Breathe in. Other leg. Breathe in. Only 3 to go. Breathe in. And other leg. Breathe in. Only 2 to go. Breathe in. Other leg. Breathe in. And the last round. Take a breath and other leg, and done. Great job. Now take a deep breath. The last exercise is going to be easy for you. Tilt your pelvis back and pull in your knees. Grab your knee pits with your hands and roll up your upper body. Pull in your core muscles as strongly as you can at this point, and imagine you're a giant ball of energy. You've got so much energy inside yourself from all the good work we've done today, and you can enjoy how strong you are. And from here, you can slowly start to loosen out and relax. And you can do this exercise for as long as you like. Thank you so very much for joining me for this Pilates class today. I hope you enjoyed this quick core session, and let me know whether you want to do more Pilates, if you're interested, if I should do a more explaining video on this topic, or if it was simply too easy and you need more challenging exercises, or if you like yoga videos better. And if you did like this training or you learned something, feel free to leave a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click the small bell so you get notified every time I post a video. Enjoy your extra bit of energy after this workout, and see you very soon. Bye!